Hello, and welcome to my channel. We're all about wealth or finance management, new business ideas, quick tips to make your life better, or anything that can help you in your daily life. Click the bell button, as we're surely going to change the way you think about daily life or business. In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 middle-class traps that destroy your wealth and how to avoid them. The middle class trap is the most common trap you'll fall into as an adult, and it's responsible for 70% of the wealth destruction of young adults in the United States. Now, we all know that being in debt can be catastrophic for your finances. But what many people don't realize is that when you have a lot of money and have been saving diligently for years, you can still get sucked into one of these traps. Here are 7 middle class traps that are worth avoiding and what you can do about them. 1. The trap of not prioritizing your money. It's a trap that's been messing with every middle-class man lately. The trap of not prioritizing your money. It's the one that a lot of people fall into. And it's the one that can really slow you down in your finances if you let it. So what does this mean? Well, here's the thing. It means that we're constantly thinking about our bills and how much money we need for the next month or two. And then we just kind of forget about the rest of our lives. We don't make time for things like saving for retirement or paying off debt. And all of a sudden, those bills start piling up. And we're stuck in this vicious cycle where we're never able to get ahead financially because we just pay the bills as they come in. And then they pile up so high that they're overwhelming us. So how do we avoid this trap? Well, first off, you have to be honest with yourself about how much money is coming in each month and where it's going out. That way you'll know what needs to be prioritized and what doesn't need to be prioritized right now. If we can help keep this from happening by making sure that we focus on saving first before spending, then we'll be able to make sure that we're always ready when something unexpected comes up. 2. The trap of spending too much money on unnecessary things. One of the biggest traps in finance management is spending too much money on unnecessary things. Many people spend money on things that don't have a direct impact on their finances, such as going out for dinner or buying clothes. They then get into the habit of doing this every time a bill comes due. This can lead to severe financial problems if not managed properly. You may have decided that it's time to get control of your financial situation, and that means learning how to budget and save money. Or perhaps you've been trying to get out of debt, but keep failing because every time you try something new, it doesn't work out as expected. The key to managing your finances is being able to keep track of what you're spending and making sure it's within your budget. If you find yourself changing plans often because something else came up, then it might be time to rethink what you're doing with your money. 3. The trap of spending too much time working. Work stress is a very common problem, especially among young people who are just starting their careers. The pressure to perform well and meet deadlines can make you feel like you're being pulled in many directions at once. Working hard is great at first, because it feels productive. But then you start to feel like there are never enough hours in the day or days in the week, and nothing gets done. You feel like you're always behind on your deadlines and having a hard time keeping up with everything else going on around you. You start to see yourself as a workaholic instead of someone who enjoys what they do for a living and shows up every day excited to contribute towards their goals or company mission statement or whatever they want their job to be about. One of the most common signs that you're spending too much time at work is the feeling that you simply can't make it through your workday without taking a break. This might be because your mind is racing from one task to another, or because you're barely able to focus on anything for any length of time. Either way, it's time for a change. If you find yourself feeling stressed out about the pressures of your job, take some time off and get some fresh air, even if it's just going for a quick walk around your neighborhood. It will help recharge your batteries so that when you come back to work tomorrow morning, you'll be ready for what lies ahead. 4. The trap of not saving enough money. Saving money is one of the most important things you can do for your financial future. But saving money doesn't have to be difficult or time consuming. There are plenty of easy ways to save without sacrificing your quality of life. When you start a new job, or when you're just starting out in life, it's easy to fall into the trap of not saving enough money. The problem is that once you start saving, it can be hard to stop. Middle class people are often worried about money, and when they worry about something, they tend to do something stupid. The most common middle class trap is spending too much money on things you don't need or want. The first mistake people make is thinking they need more than $0 saved up to get started. They think they need $20,000 or even $50,000 in order to reach financial independence, the point at which you no longer need to work. That's not true. You don't need any money or this type of thinking at all. What the research shows is that people who have less than $1,000 in retirement accounts are actually more likely to retire than those with more than $1 million if they retire. This means that if you do want to retire early and save for your future, your best bet is to start with nothing and build up over time until you have enough saved up assets that bank balance is not a thing of concern. 5. The trap of not investing in yourself. The trap of not investing in yourself is to think that because someone else has made a fortune with their talent, then it must be easy for you too. The trap of not investing in yourself is a huge one. Self-education is the key to success. You can't learn if you're not willing to learn, and you can't learn if you're not willing to share your knowledge. And while this may seem like an effective way to get ahead financially, it's actually one of the biggest traps that can destroy your wealth and prevent you from making even more money in the future. The best way to get better at something is to do it often enough that it becomes second nature. If you want to become a better investor, I suggest that you start by reading up on finance management and investing in yourself. Start by reading some books and courses about finance management, investing, and personal finance. If there are no good resources for learning about finance management or personal finance, then find some resources that teach people how to be more productive at their jobs or hobbies, like this one. Then find some people who are already good at what they do and ask them questions about how they got where they are. You should also make sure that your employer provides opportunities for professional development so that you can continue improving yourself as an employee. 6. The trap of being afraid to ask for help when you need it most. If you're like most people, you probably have no idea how much money you've saved. In fact, the average American has only about 1/3 of their net worth in liquid assets. That means that if they lost their job tomorrow and had to live on the income from their savings for a year, they would not be able to make it through the year without having to tap into those savings. The reason we don't know how much we have saved is because we haven't created an awareness around saving money. The problem with not knowing how much our net worth is that it makes us reluctant to ask for help when we need it most. We think we can do everything themselves. We believe that asking for help is a sign of weakness or failure, or that asking for help means someone else will take advantage of us. We fear asking because of the fear of rejection and our own embarrassment at having to admit that we need help in order to survive in our current situation. Remember, we're humans. We cannot do everything by ourselves. We should not believe that asking for help is a sign of weakness or failure. Be strong and discuss your financial health with a trustworthy friend, spouse, or a relative. And don't be shy to ask for help in an appropriate way with courage and humbleness. 7. The trap of thinking you deserve more than you actually do. I deserve to live in a big house, drive the latest car, and have fancy clothes. I should be able to do whatever I want. This is pretty much how most people view money. They think that if they have more, they're better off. But just like our previous trap, this is another one and not true at all. The truth is that having more money does not make you happy. It's not about what you buy or what color shirt you're wearing. It's about whether you feel comfortable with yourself and your life choices. If you're constantly comparing yourself with others, then you'll always feel like something is missing, even if you have everything in the world. It's important to remember that when it comes to money and happiness, there is no set amount of wealth required in order to live a happy life, filled with financial freedom and prosperity. The trap of thinking you deserve more than you actually do is a key to the financial mess most people are in. You might think that because you put in extra effort that you deserve a raise, or that your hard work entitles you to a bigger salary. But it doesn't work like that. Your salary is based on your previous performance. So if you were lazy, then it will be lower than if you did your job well. The same goes for your house price and car value. They're based on how much other people want them. So if a lot of people want something, even if there's nothing wrong with it, then it'll be worth more than if no one wants it at all. So these were 7 middle-class traps that destroy your wealth. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure you'll love our other ones too. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so that you don't miss any of our latest content.